The top heavyweight wrestler in the country, Gable Steveson, joins me now. And Gable, you have started your freshman year going 27-0, unbeaten. What do you attribute this success to?
I attribute this success to my teammates, my coaches, just working hard every day in the practice room and weight room, and I think it's paying off real well, but season's not over yet, and just hopefully I can get a title in March.
I know that is definitely one of your goals this season. However, with your 27-match win streak, you are now 14 on the Gophers all-time list. You actually tied your coach, Becker. Did he have any words for you? Anything to say about that?
No, I actually did not know that I tied him for the most wins, but he'll say some eventually if I pass him up.
All right, you'll have to ask him about that then.
Yeah.
You know, something that comes with winning, or can come, is pressure. So I'm curious, especially as a wrestler, when it's just you out there, how do you handle that now that you have a target on your back too?
I think I handle it pretty well. I know a lot of people are trying to come after me, and I know there's a big target on my back, but I just stay humble as possible and just keep pushing forward and keep working hard. Never be complacent with how good you can be. Something
else I know that you do out there is you like to have fun. You enjoy it, you're entertaining to watch. I've read about the Gable Steveson Experience. I was wondering, from your eyes, how do you define that when you hear it?
I just define it as being myself. Like when I go on the mat, I just be who I am and just never let people see a different side of me. And that's how I am every time I step on the mat. And the Gable Experience is just having fun with it and just showing the crowd what they want to see.
Okay, so speaking of that, the Gable Experience, I want to show you some of your moments in the Gable Experience. So I'm hoping that you can watch them and you kind of take us through these moments, okay? So we're gonna show you some video. So here's a look of you coming out, and you can kind of walk me through what this stuff, the cartwheels, everything.
I mean, it's just, look at me, I was having fun out there, just showing the crowd what it means to be on the mat and have fun, because normally heavyweights don't really do a lot of things, and I think me going out there and doing what I do best it's really a crowd pleaser, I think, and I think people really enjoy it.
Is that something that also almost relaxes you?
Yeah, I think it relaxes me just knowing that I can go out there and just really just be myself on the mat and just, like how you saw in the video, just do the little dance, the ollie shuffle. I think it's fun that I can just go out there and be myself, and it really just relaxes me and keeps me calm.
It's interesting, your story, because you and your brother actually grew up big Iowa fans. You are named after the legendary Iowa wrestler, Dan Gable. So tell me how this journey ended up the way it did, going from a big Iowa fan to now wrestling at Minnesota.
Just my brother committed here when he was, I think, going in junior year of high school. And after that, Eggum and Becker just were on me the whole time, and I felt like I was at home here. And I really like Iowa, but I just had to stick with what my gut says and just stay home and just be with him.
You mentioned your brother Bobby, a wrestler there also at Minnesota. How has he made you a better wrestler? And I'm not even just talking about in college, but even your early years as a child.
He's actually made me real tough mentally. Like when we're younger, he always used to beat me up, and they don't really play out like that no more, but he won't like to hear that. But yeah, but when we were younger, he just always took it to me, and I think it really just made me tougher in the head, and I think he played a big role in my success right now.
You also had a really cool experience with Brock Lesnar. Talk to me about that when he came to campus and you got to wrestle with him.
It was real nice wrestling Brock. He's a great partner. He's still so athletic for being 40 plus years old, and it's crazy to see him come back into the room, because I used to watch him when I was younger, and I look up to him a lot.
Something else is really cool that you're finishing off this season against Ryder at Northrop Auditorium. What's the anticipation that's going into that match? Because that's the first ever wrestling event at the auditorium.
It's gonna be a real hard-fought battle, and it's really highly anticipated because in Northrop, and Northrop is gonna be a first wrestling match ever be put in there. So I think it's gonna be a lot of people will show up, hopefully, and we'll get after them and come out with a big victory.
Sounds like fun. Gable, thank you so much for the time today. We look forward to watching you now and the rest of your time at Minnesota.
Yep, thank you for having me.